Washington Middle School came under the microscope when a teacher publicly resigned at a school board meeting last summer, saying she didn't feel safe at the school.
And now that the school year is half over, what's changed and have there been improvements? Those are questions Local 5's Chris Schuler posed to district leaders.
It's been half a year since Washington Middle School teacher Kirsten Westcott went before the Green Bay School Board and resigned, no longer willing to put her safety at risk.
I fear for my safety every day. I am equally afraid for the safety of my colleagues and, most importantly, my students. We are in danger every day when we show up to our school. Concerns that she put in a long email to school board member Ed Dorff a month earlier, which he immediately shared with the entire board.
The level of severity was disturbing. The frequency and the levels, yeah, it was.
In it, she wrote many things. Safety of students and staff has been deteriorating for a long time. Student told staff, "I'm going to kill the teacher. My students, colleagues, and I are sexually harassed daily. I see signs of PTSD in my colleagues and in our students."
Until we got that information, that certainly not the board, and I don't think administration downtown was aware of just how serious it had gotten.
That particular teacher made it clear that the behaviors that she was encountering in school were affecting her in a very personal way.
With Washington in the spotlight, the school district acknowledged changes needed to be made before the start of this school year. An additional associate principal was hired, another counselor, 3 more teachers, and 5 new monitors to work where needed during the school day.
We've added layers of supervision. We've added layers of resource to provide support for kids and for teachers. And our #1 goal was to create a safe environment.
And a new commitment was made to explain to all students the consequences of their actions.
The game plan starting last summer was to bring in more resources to address the immediate issues of safety in the school, and I think that's been done.
So Local 5 checked, comparing data from the first semester of the 2016-17 school year against data from the first semester of the current school year to see if a more focused effort on addressing behavioral problems was indeed working. First from police, we found calls for service to Washington were nearly cut in half. 81 last year, 46 this past semester. And as for police citations issued to students, 57 written last year, just 13 this past semester.
It's a lot better. Our numbers of citations are lower this year than they were last year.
Lieutenant Jeff Brester is in charge of the department's school resource officers.
We're noticing that there are a lot of students that we've had troubles in the past, and they're now not having the issues.
And when comparing out-of-school suspensions issued each semester, it certainly appears the district is taking a more aggressive stand. 242 suspensions in the first semester of last school year, 373 this past semester.
I think it's an indication that we have done exactly what we set out to do. We were going to make sure that poor student behavior was not tolerated.
And I think once the kids realize they're being held accountable, it's even with our own children, once you have a structure in place and they understand what the expectations are, you get better behavior results.
They are looking at trying to quell things much quicker. They are looking at making sure that behaviors are addressed as fast as they can. And now they have to look at the next step.
And that, Dorff says, means helping all of these students care more about their report card than causing trouble.
It's got to change, and it will change.
So soon, Washington makes headlines for academic success instead of bad behavior.
How do we get to that next level of student achievement? And that's the next chapter that I'm eager to figure out and to understand.
Keeping it local in Green Bay, Chris Schuler, Local 5 News.